Everybody, Cam the Mortgage Man here, bringing you an October 2022 housing update. We talk all things inflation, home values, and of course interest rates. So a lot of this information was actually gathered by a recent interview that MBS Highway's Barry Habib did with Malden Economics. Two great resources. If you're not already following them, check them out. So prices aren't crashing like many would expect, with rates nearly double what they were just 1 year ago. But remember, the majority of homeowners, I think it's 90% of homeowners, have a fixed interest rate that's 4% or less. So as rates climb, homeowners lose their motivation to sell and give up that low rate. Now, inflation, it's likely peaking soon. On November 10th, we're going to get the October inflation numbers. It's significant because the October 2021 inflation numbers from a year ago will fall out of the 12-month average, which should help the numbers. So why is inflation important? Well, aside from periods of quantitative easing, which is essentially market manipulation by the feds, mortgage rates historically follow inflation. So check out this graph from MBS Highway that shows what rates have done versus inflation since 2018. You'll see the roughly 2-year QE period where the feds were able to artificially keep rates low in the face of fierce inflation. The Fed is no longer buying mortgage-backed securities, and they were buying $110 billion per month. So 6 months from now, rates are expected to be lower. We may even see sub 5% again. Could be as early as 6 months. I think it's going to take a little bit longer. But here you can see in blue where rates have been since 2018, and in orange, the projection for 2023 from Freddie Mac. This means many homeowners will benefit to refinance. So it may not make sense to pay significant lender fees right now if you won't be in the loan for that long. Points and lender fees generally take 3 to 5 years to break even. It will again be easier for a seller to be okay with the idea of maybe going from, let's say, a 3% rate to a 4.75% rate instead of maybe 7%, roughly where rates are right now. This will reignite motivation for both move-up buyers and downsizers as well. It leads to a question: should a buyer do an adjustable rate mortgage? The challenge right now is most ARM rates are almost similar to the 30-year fixed. It has to do with a yield curve inversion, which it's a complex financial market phenomenon. It is a great time to negotiate. So if you are a buyer, you can negotiate a seller to do some repairs, seller credit to maybe buy your interest rate down or cover some or all of your closing costs, and even allow for longer escrow periods. Now, moving on the rental side, rents have been going up 11 to 13% a year, and with rental vacancies near 4%, which isn't an all-time low, but it's gosh darn close to it. We expect rent to continue to rise, and here you see what rent prices have done since 1988. Now, if you plan on living in a home for less than 2 years, renting is probably just fine. Now, the housing shortage, it is continuing. Roughly 1.7 million new home buyers are being created each year. Folks graduating college, entering their home buying years, but there's only about 1.2 million new houses being built. So there's a roughly 500,000 home shortage per year continuing. With new construction, price points are generally at the higher end because with construction costs and permits these days, it makes a profit tough for builders on the lower end price points. Now, where are housing values expected to go in 2023? Barry Habib thinks that overheated markets, Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, Phoenix, may come down 5, 6, 7% in 2023. However, prices overall are expected to be fairly flat in 2023. Here we see some projections for next year with an overall average of 0.2% appreciation. Very, very flat. Finally, something interesting to add. According to ADP, income has gone up roughly 8 to 15% in the last year, 8% if you stayed at the same job, 15% if you switch jobs, and they expect that to continue in 2023. As always, if you have any questions about buying or refinancing, feel free to reach out. Cam the Mortgage Man, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 30091. Make it a great day.